Well, a lot of Canada's on fire right now, the smoke from which is ruining the air quality in much of the eastern U.S. Thanks a lot, Canada. What, you can't just shoot the fires to death like we do? Now, jokes aside, the situation has resulted in some truly apocalyptic skylines. New York, for example, looked like at any moment a bunch of white people in bondage gear might roll through in a convoy of murder jeeps, huffing spray paint and shredding flamethrower guitars. It was downright dystopian. You might think that any adult human would gaze upon such nightmarish vistas and think to themselves, well, that ain't good, but you'd be wrong. According to a sizable chunk of our galaxy brains, this situation is, at best, no big deal. Yeah, they downplay it like, oh, don't get your panties in a wad, liberals. Every now and then, half of a continent just needs to choke on the embers of a smoldering earth, okay? It's all part of the Lord's plan. What, you don't like campfires? I'm ready for some s'mores, right? They either do that, or if they do care about it, it's for all the most wrong, boogity reasons, claiming that this is just the latest gambit in the globalist grand climate scam agenda. You know, anytime the idea of climate change being a hoax comes up, I always wonder what the motivation is supposed to be there. Like, what do they think? That half the world's population and 97% of its scientists are colluding with Big Bicycle to make trucks illegal? That way everybody has to drive a Prius, which turns them all gay, which ends the concept of masculinity. Like, is that the end game? Yeah, that must be it. No way is the explanation that we're all looking around at this environmental chaos and becoming increasingly concerned about the world our children stand to inherit. No, that's crazy. It's far more likely that the scientific community is in bed with the windmill industry because they all secretly hate birds. Sure. As a Southerner, it particularly drives me crazy that conservatives don't believe in climate change, because where I'm from, conservatives love the outdoors. They do. I mean, that's where all the animals they like to shoot live. You know, they get dressed up and pretend to be the outdoors, right? Yet, if you tell them the outdoors is imperiled by greed and industry, they say, yeah, that's what the Jews want you to think. It's maddening. And I would ask what it's going to take to make them give a shit, but I already know the answer is that nothing will ever be enough. I mean, trees could be exploding, oceans could be boiling, and these people would just sit there like that cartoon dog from the meme, sipping coffee and telling themselves this is fine while everything burns down around them. And honestly, I would be kind of okay with that if not for the fact that everyone I love lives in the same building. Jesus Christ. Hey, YouTube, listen, I'll continue my musings momentarily, but I want to take a minute and let you know that this video is once again brought to you by the good folks at Private Internet Access, the world's most trusted VPN provider with over 30 million downloads. Listen, at this point, using the internet without a VPN is like leaving your cell phone out, open and unlocked in a room full of the nosiest mammals in town. You're basically begging everybody to be up in your business, okay? But Private Internet Access VPN hides your IP address and encrypts your internet connection, thus shielding you from the prying eyes of those in the digital world. But that's not all a VPN can do. PIA's VPNs can also make it appear as though you're logging on from any country on Earth, which allows you to check out that country's version of Netflix or your other favorite streaming service, which indeed, if you didn't know, are different from the ones we have in America. Pretty cool. PIA's VPNs are available across all platforms, and now you can use one subscription to safeguard unlimited devices. I've tried it myself. It works. I got all my devices, all my wife's, my son's 2 tablets, all protected for maximum peace of mind. So here's what you can do. You click on the link in the description below to try Private Internet Access VPN today for 83% off with 4 months free. Signing up always includes 24/7 customer support and a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what more do you need to hear? If you think any of that sounds complicated, it's not. Check it out. Here's the app. There's the button. You push the button, and just like that, it's on. That's it. That's all you got to do. It couldn't be simpler, so try Private Internet Access today. All right, YouTube, and we're back. Listen, on a different note, y'all know I'm not a godly man. I believe in neither heaven nor hell, but on days like today, I kind of wish I did, because today marks the death of one of the most evil of papaws, the 700 Club's Mr. Pat Robertson. Right? The man who would sit there with a grandfatherly face on and say things like, you know, in Islam, it's encouraged to have sex with infants. Or, you know, gay men have worked out a secret handshake which transmits AIDS. Right? Both real things. He basically said, do all that and then say very sweetly, I'm going to pray for them. They need the Lord's light. A man who did more damage over more years in more ways than most people can ever dream of has finally perished from this earth, and verily, I am glad. It does bum me out that he made it to the age of 93 before he kicked the bucket. I mean, if anybody deserved to be run over by a dildo truck, it was that sumbitch, right? But I'll take what I can get. And like I said, I don't believe in hell, but on this day, I'm willing to make an exception because it brings me great pleasure to picture him down there getting sodomized by a demon with a lisp, having to eat a poop sundae, things of that nature. Go fuck yourself, Pat Robertson. Rest in shit. How about that? Also, listen, I'm gonna hell of a segue. I'm gonna put up the videos and the things on here. Watch another video of mine. In fact, I've got an entire stand-up special on this channel right now that you should definitely check out. Also, subscribe to the channel. That would hit for me. And what would particularly hit for me is if you click the other circle, which goes to my website, TreyCrowder.com, where you can get tickets to see me on the road. I'm going all over the place the rest of this year, going into 2024. It's going to be great. I want to see you out there. It's a good time. See you. Love you. Bye.